Hello, hello to everyone. I think now I am officially live. I apologize. I have been running late 3 minutes, and as always, that is my whole. How would I put it? That is very important thing that I do daily, and I am very dedicated to be here with you on every day. So I'm happy that the Wi-Fi is working, that I'm here, and I will wait until you will be joining because lots of people are joining. Also, a couple of minutes after 8 p.m. And meanwhile, I'll remind you that it's 8 p.m. in Bali. It's actually 2 p.m. in Europe. It's 1 p.m. in UK. And I think it's 3 p.m. in Russia. And this practice, my guru has received, one of my gurus, by serving in the ashrams of India for many, many years, and we are so blessed to have it today in our hands. I have expanded it a little bit. He does it very, very short, a kind of version of it, and I believe that not everybody can instantly imagine themselves being one unified consciousness and amplify the love and vibration straight away in themselves. And hence, that's why I do a little bit of an introduction. I wanted to feel when I say unified consciousness or words like consciousness or awareness, a lot of people never experience a state of being awareness, right? So if I told you, imagine you're one unified consciousness and now expand in yourself and amplify the vibration of love and kindness, some of you might be like a little bit lost and it would put you off from doing this practice daily. That's why I always do an introduction and I begin it a little bit in a style of a meditation to prepare you so it will be easier for you rather than to imagine that, I am that unified consciousness. You can feel it. That's my purpose. I want to make sure that you feel that's something that is undescribable, and that's what we all are. But we've just been hypnotized being this body and believing we are this person. So I'm here to de-hypnotize you while doing this daily practice. I'm happy to see you are with me online. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm extremely happy to see 16 people. It's absolutely brilliant. I've started doing this practice when we were only at 65 people. Now we've got a community of 118 people, and I would love to celebrate this moment. And thanks to you guys, thanks to you showing up online, thanks to you doing this practice, thanks to you inviting other people. We are growing, our community is growing, and we keep changing the history of this planet. And we are very powerful beings. So let's sit in a comfortable position. If you can, lean against something. It might be a chair, it might be, you might do this practice in bed. You don't have to have your eyes open, you don't have to close your eyes. You can have them open, which is absolutely fantastic. If you are driving, if you are, operating some machinery, you don't really want to do that while doing this practice, but let's say if you're at work and you need to do something, keep your eyes open. It still works, and it's fantastic. But if you can close your eyes, then please close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And a big sigh out. Again, deep breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out through the mouth. Take 2 more. In and out. if you can make a sound while you exhale, your body receives the signal. It's like, okay, it's safe to be here. It's safe to just let go. I don't have to be alert. I don't have to be in control. I can let go and relax. Let's take another deep breath in. And a big sigh out with the sound. Great. And just slowly, as you carry on breathing through the nose, notice your breath. There is nothing for you to do. You don't have to force it. You don't have to control it. Just notice the breath is there. And your body keeps breathing in and out through the nose. And you're beginning to relax into that breath. Relaxing your face. Relax your shoulders. Relax your chest. The breath is just happening to you in and out through the nose. Notice if you're breathing into the chest or into your belly. What's the length right now of your breath? Is it shallow? Do you notice the breaks in between each breath? And continue relaxing your face, the cheeks, the mouth, the tongue, your throat, your neck. Simply be aware of your breath. There is nothing for you to force. There is nothing for you to do. The breath is just happening. You're just allowing it to flow. And simply watching it. And I want you to imagine that there is a massive backpack on your shoulders. It's extremely heavy. It might be like, I don't know how many kilograms, 100 kilograms of bricks. And you're holding it. And now suddenly and finally you can get it off your shoulders. Just let it drop onto the ground and feel what has changed in your body. The breath is there. You breathe in and out through the nose. Your body becomes lighter. And just for a moment, be aware of your thoughts. Are there any thoughts coming into your mind right now? What kind of thoughts are they? Are you analyzing something, criticizing something? What is the inner voice in your mind is trying to tell you? And notice that there is no need to go into conversation with that voice in your head. The breath is there. In and out, you are focusing on the breath, but without controlling it. You're just aware of it, that it's happening. Same way as you were aware of your breath, notice your thoughts and notice that, wow, I just can watch them. Same way I was watching my breath without interpreting them, without getting into any conversation. I'm just going to let them pass by. Like, sometimes you grab a coffee or a tea and you watch people passing by while you're sitting by the window at your favorite coffee shop. They're pedestrians walking. They pass by and there is no need to pay any attention. You're still aware of the thoughts like those pedestrians. But there is no need to get attached to any of them. The breath is there. You're aware of your breath. You're aware of thoughts passing by. And now notice the feelings. Be aware of the feelings. What do I feel today? How does it feel in my body? If there is any tension or anything, just for a moment, scan your body and understand, okay, I am not my breath because I'm witnessing it. I'm not my thoughts because actually I'm watching them from the distance. And I'm also not my feelings. I'm aware of my feelings, but I'm none of them. I don't have to associate myself with any of them. And now I want you to also realize, as the breath keeps flowing, that you are none of your past. You're not your future. You're not any expectations of the future. You're not any memories of the past. You're simply witnessing everything happening in you. The breath flows by. Thoughts are there, but there is more and more spaciousness created in all of that observation. And you understand that you're not your education. You're neither your mind nor your thoughts. You're not your body, because if you had to point at yourself, usually people point at their chest. This is me. Show me where I am. This is me. That's the body, right? So you're not the body. You're not your name, because that's just the name. And you're also not any concept of yourself that you were told to be. You're not your education. You're not any information or wisdom that you have gathered through your life. You're none of the information of your told.
Sorry, someone just called me on my WhatsApp number. I don't know how to do it so nobody calls me. If it was any of you guys, that's not a good idea to call me right now. So let's go through this practice and let's carry on doing this. Now, let's invite all the animals into this space, all the birds, all the insects, and surround them with love and kindness as much as you can. Think of snakes, crocodiles, all possible animals on the planet Earth, all the nature, and also all the water that surrounds our planet. And let the water charge the frequency of the highest possible frequency of love and kindness as much as it's possible. And then surround yourself with the bubble of love. If you can, hug yourself. Take a deep breath in, big sigh out. Let go. Anything that does not serve you, anything that you are upset about, anything that you haven't done today, or perhaps you regret that you've done something in the past. It's time for all of it to be dissolved. Any disappointments with yourself, any internal conflicts, any critical voices, any negative energy, any guilt, any shame, any embarrassment, everything is disappearing right now. The field is so potent in energy that is everything dissolving. It is disappearing. It is erased. It is removed. It's all cleansed out of your field. It's been removed, literally out, out, out. Great. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Notice the shift in your body. Notice that you don't need to be in a position of a victim or a position of a child. Very often, when I see my clients, they keep holding on to that role of a helpless, hopeless child, but that's not you. Even if you hold onto that role, that's not you anymore. There is no poor me anymore. There is now a level of a hero, of a grown up person who is choosing to do certain things, who is allowing themselves to make a mistake and then learn from that mistake. But there is no victim anymore, no child. It's a grown up person, and that's exactly who you are. You are a grown up person who is taking responsibility for your life. And the main thing what we can change in our life is our thoughts. We cannot change the weather. We cannot change many, many things. If we fly and there is a pilot, we cannot pilot the airplane, right? But what we can do is to hold the positive thoughts in our mind. And that those thoughts are usually taking us to the better life. And that's um, what helped me to move to Bali and to be here since 7 years. So, yeah, all that was worrying you is gone, it's disappeared, it's dissolved, it's been removed, cleansed, and sent back to the universal consciousness to be transformed, transmuted, and sent back to you into positive beliefs that will be supporting you today. Remember that you're an amazing person and your heart must be really big since you're coming back here every day and doing this practice with me. Just a reminder that the intention is for more peace, more love, more kindness, more harmony on the planet Earth. So we will stop the wars. And as side effects, like as the benefits, let's call it benefits today. I like to joke that there's side effects, but as the benefits, you receive much more that you can ever expect. Opportunities are coming your way, miracles are happening in your life, more and more blessings coming into your life. Your dreams, your secret dreams also coming true. And you just attract everything. There is no need to struggle. It's like when you practice yoga. I don't know if you guys ever practice, but if you're on a mat, they're telling you, do it with effort, but effortlessly. And in the beginning, you are like, what? What does it mean? It doesn't make any sense. But that's how life usually is. We, when we are in that frequency of a higher self, when we have dissolved that beliefs, the whole structure, what we were told to be, then there is a natural peace surrounds us and harmony and natural joy of being. And from that state, your natural magnetism is turned on. And suddenly you understand that I don't need to do as much. I don't need to do 80% and 20% to chill. I can actually make sure my state of joy, of being satisfied with what I am. And this I amness, it's always enoughness in there built in. Because as a higher being, you can't have any disappointments with yourself. As a higher being, you are already perfect. Yes, the body might not be perfect, it might have wrinkles, it might have wherever stretch marks and scars and gray hair. As we're getting old, I can hear my friends complaining all about that. But you are not your body. So why would we worry so much about the body? So whenever we are in a state of the higher being, it's our natural state, is actually our reality. That's the only reality of what we are. In that state, you attract everything. Your clients are coming to you, your opportunities are coming to you, the right job, your career, suddenly you get promoted. It's like, wow, that's the only one thing I need to do. Of course, yes, there is an action. Of course, you do take steps. Every day you take steps to move forward towards your goals. But lots of dreams are coming true while you are in a state of I amness. And I'm talking this and sharing this with you from my own experience. It's not from the books, it's not from wherever information online. I did this practice myself, and my dreams were like self-realizing faster than I could ever imagined. And it was just me by mistake sometimes thinking like, oh, how great would have been to be on holidays right now. And I'm sitting at the desk in London. It's February and it's freezing cold outside. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I would love to be in Dubai. I've picked some magazine and I could see there is a particular hotel in Dubai. It's in the shape of letter D. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so curious. How does it look like? How is it in reality? It'd be so nice to be there on the beach. And then less than 2 weeks, suddenly I'm on holidays and I'm invited because my friend is organizing, is throwing, friend of a friend is throwing a big party for the company. And he's also invited her because they've been friends for years. And so they invited me and everything was paid. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. The only thing I did, I constantly practice being myself, being that I am, not being Victoria, not being a body, not being my belief structure, any concepts about the world, but just being that higher being. Of course, I wouldn't have called it that way, but I would just be. For 4 months, I was doing the practice of watching my own breath in and out and watching my thoughts so I could dissociate myself from any thought, from anything that it was telling me. And that feeling that I hope you could feel when we were dissolving everything, peeling off the layers of who you are not, that essence is exactly what I felt. And it was so much love there. At some point, I had waves of nirvana and ecstasy flowing through my body. And I was like, oh my God, that is like, it's unbelievable. I'm in the middle of London next to the bank station and I'm just having shivers of ecstasy wearing a suit. Um, I was working just 2 years in the offices, but in the management. But anyways, it happened. So all you need to do is to come back to this practice. My job is to share that feeling of, let's call it inner being, of higher consciousness that you are. Okay. And then everything is going to be manifesting for you. That's why they say, you know, do 20% and 80%. Just make sure you work on yourself because you get rewarded. It's like the divine just begins flowing through you and suddenly the whole karma is cleansed. It's unbelievable how it's working, but it does work. And I've tried on myself. And then I had a moment when I stopped and I was going into moods and I didn't like it. So I got back to doing this practice of being in here and now. And this practice that I'm sharing with you is extremely similar to that. And I'm making it very, very easy for you. So I hope you got the essence of who you are and life will get easier for you. And I'm holding my fingers crossed. I would be absolutely delighted to feel that your relationship with yourself has improved, your relationship with your family has improved, with some members of your family or your exes or people that you haven't spoken has improved, because that will be happening, or it is already happening because there is only now. Ah, thank you so much, guys, for those who remained until the end. It's been 40 minutes today, and I'm glad I could share some story of my life with you. It doesn't happen often, but I would like you to understand that what I have experienced, because I want you to experience something similar, okay? Much love. Of course, I am incredibly grateful for each of you being here online with me. It makes the whole world to me. And I dearly appreciate you being here. I appreciate your energy input. I appreciate your time and appreciate your being. And when we say namaste, that means I bow to your higher self that I see in you. So much love. I see you here tomorrow. Please keep coming back and please do write me some feedback in the comments under any video of life that I have posted. What have you changed? What have you noticed so far? Has anything yet changed in your field, in your aura, in the way you think, in the way you be? Anything changed in your life? Any people have contacted you recently, got in touch with you recently, or anything else? I'll be happy to see your feedback. Much love, and I see you here tomorrow. Have an amazing evening, if it's an evening for you, or morning or day. Just have a beautiful day. Much love.